WWE Fast Lane is coming up this Sunday. And as we are recording this on Thursday night, SmackDown has just ended. And we know of one match that we're going to see, but we do not know anything else. Obviously, we have we have, as of now for Fastlane, we have 6 matches and the Triple H Sting confrontation. Stardust and Goldust was announced tonight for Fastlane. Nothing with Rollins, nothing with Ziggler. If you ask me, they will probably have a 6-man tag team match pitting Rollins, Big Show, and after tonight, Luke Harper or Kane. But Luke Harper was in the fracas tonight. So give me Rollins, Big Show, and Harper probably against Ziggler, Rowan, and Ryback. And 6-man tag match. Had the baby faces win. The crowd loves that one. And that'll be it. That'll give them 7 matches plus the Triple H Sting confrontation. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know why they didn't really make that official unless they're going to make it official on Sunday. But we don't know anything going around with those 6-7 superstars as of yet. We do know 6 matches starting off with Stardust and Goldust, which was announced tonight on Fastlane. This has been brewing for a while. We've kind of known this was going to happen. I would have liked to see this at WrestleMania, brother versus brother, but who knows? Maybe they're rushing this up. Maybe Goldust wants to just get it over with. The rumor was that Goldust wanted to have one last match and end it at WrestleMania. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Stardust will win this one over Goldust, and that'll kind of send Goldust off into the sunset. I know that'll be his final match, but I think it's safe to say all that Goldust has accomplished in his career, losing to his brother, this may be it. I just would have liked it to be at WrestleMania, give him a better send-off rather than Fastlane, which apparently the WWE can care less about. The Usos versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Usos win this one. This is a no-brainer. Again, this is not rocket science here, folks. Usos win this one. The Ascension burst onto the scene. They beat the Usos for the tag titles at WrestleMania, and that elevates the Usos into stardom. That's been like that forever. We've known that's going to happen. If you didn't know that was going to happen, then you're really not smart. You could see WWE and Vince and Kevin Dunn planting the seeds for this to be the next big tag team. What better way to make them the next big tag team than having them beat the tag team champs, win the titles at WrestleMania? So the Usos will retain versus Cesaro and Kidd, retain their titles for now, but most likely drop them at Mania to the Ascension. Paige and Nikki Bella. I'm going to go Paige in this one. Paige winning this one, and I'll tell you why. I would like to see Paige win this one, go into Mania with the belt, and then have a Bella versus Bella feud. They could do that. They could have Brie screw Nikki over, have Paige win the belt. Or Paige could just win the match and just beat Nikki fair and square. Nothing would happen. My thing would be, you built this Bella versus Bella thing. Why not have it at Mania, knowing WWE? So give me Paige over Nikki in that one. Bad News Barrett and Ambrose. A lot of people have been asking me what I think about this one. I'm going to go Barrett wins this one over Ambrose only because I don't like having titles change hands for the most part at Fastlane. And that comes to the big, maybe Nikki will win versus Paige. I just don't like the idea. I mean, if I'm running a company, you clearly do not care about this pay-per-view. You have not put any oomph in it other than a couple of Sting and Triple H promos and Bryan and Reigns. Other than that, we have not seen the WWE give a shit about this pay-per-view. They just haven't. So, do they care that much about these titles that they're going to have them change hands at a meaningless pay-per-view? I don't know. I hope not. I'm going with Barrett over Ambrose in this one. Rematch will be at Mania. Ambrose will get his big moment and beat Barrett for the title at Mania. So that's that. Give me, after that, Sting and Triple H confrontation. This will just be Triple H shitting on WCW. Sting coming out, saying I'm here to avenge what happened 14 years ago. And they're totally going to ignore that Sting was ever in TNA. They'll set their matchup at Mania, and that's it. You killed WCW and had me out of wrestling 14 years ago. Well, no, you were in another... Actually, you were in two companies. You were in the WWA and TNA. But Vince will not acknowledge that. Rusev and Cena. Cena will not win this one. People have said, oh, Cena winning the U.S. title belt, does that bring prestige to the belt? No. No one cares about Cena. No one wants him to win a belt. To me, putting the U.S. belt on Cena is meaningless, and it's just feeding into Cena's ego, and Cena saying, you know what, if I can't be the main event guy, I'm going to take someone else's spot, and I'm going to take one of their titles. Rusev beats Cena, and hopefully this is the last of it, and Ryback comes onto the scene and ends the streak at WrestleMania. Unfortunately, I doubt it, and Super Cena will probably win. Reigns and Bryan. Just put this away because there is no notes, there is no anything to describe this match. I think the build-up has been good. It's the only thing they built up for this pay-per-view. The only thing. I think the ending on Raw built it up. You can do a lot of things here. Number one, you can have it end in a no contest. And do what they did in 94 with Luger, Yokozuna, and Bret Hart. And have Bryan first wrestle Lesnar for the title earlier in Mania. And then the winner of that faces Reigns, carrying the belt into that match. You can have Rollins cash in the earlier match. That's a possibility. Or you can have Bryan win and just fuck over Reigns, which I don't think is going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. You can have Reigns win with interference, and we're hearing from Sheamus. Sheamus will be the new Authority member. Or you can have the fans, I don't know, gain a little bit more fucking respect for Roman and have Roman pin Bryan cleanly in the middle of the ring. There should not be any outside interference in this match whatsoever. If you do, then you are setting yourself up for a failure at Mania. You have to build Roman back into the strong son of a bitch again. And if he gets outside help from, whether it be Ziggler or Sheamus as a surprise or anyone from the Authority, that's not going to help Roman going into WrestleMania. They booked Roman to win horribly at Royal Rumble. It was a travesty what they did to that poor man. They took away from him. Now, I think also they can make this right by having Reigns win cleanly versus Bryan at Mania. That is the only way that it'll rectify the situation. Have them go out for 17 minutes, kick the hell out of each other. Hell, go 20 minutes. Put on a 20-minute match. Have Roman pull out all the stops. Don't book this and write this like some sort of match on Raw. You got to have Roman pull out all the stops. Have Roman do some wrestling moves. Have Roman do something that you would not expect Roman to do. You have to have Roman Reigns coming out of this match with the respect of a majority of your fans. Because if you don't, then I don't know what you're going to have as the main event of WrestleMania. You're going to have Reigns and Lesnar, which it should be. It should be. But you're going to have a crowd that will not be into it. And this is not a Raw crowd. This is about 65,000, 70,000 fans in a football stadium not liking the main event. That's going to be a problem. They had it at Rocket Cena 2, and it didn't look good for the company. It's not going to look good this year as well. So I pick Roman to win. I want Roman to win, and Roman should win this one cleanly. Keep Sheamus out of this. Have Sheamus come out the next night on Raw. If you're going to do that, make him a heel, make him the newest member of the Authority from what we're hearing, and have whatever. But have Roman win cleanly at FastLane on Sunday. The only way you have to book this, if you have every intention of having Reigns versus Lesnar at the pay-per-view at WrestleMania, then you must have Roman Reigns pin Daniel Bryan without any outside interference, and Reigns has to win this match on his own and earn the respect of everybody else. That's my FastLane predictions. Let's see if they're right.